Hello everyone and welcome back to the Miles Offside podcast. I think it's week 6 now, and safe to say it has been a very fun ride so far. Obviously the Premier League happened this weekend, and the first game on Friday night was Spurs versus Crystal Palace. Everyone, I'm hoping, watched that game because there was only football on that night. Spurs retained their place at the top of the league. I've just realised I didn't even introduce everyone. I'm with Finn, Joe and Cam again, but hopefully you know that by now who are going to be here. But yeah,
the usual cast.
The usual cast. There's no guests. Anyone else on? Apologies, lads. I made that Robert Wild show there.
I've made a big error. Later on in the podcast, we're doing a list. I've forgot someone very big, so I'm just having to edit my
Joe's making some last minute.
You know what? So I don't care. I'm gonna have 11.
Okay.
Just because there's one player I want to give a shout out to who wouldn't make the 10.
Does that mean we're rowdy around these
it's
parts?
It's me. It's me. There we go.
We're rowdy around these parts. We make late calls. But yeah, Spurs obviously retain their place at the top of the league. They weren't at exactly what's the word? They weren't like brilliant. Palace were very, very good. But they obviously got the job done, I guess.
I thought they were quite good.
Palace played well. Considering they needed a bounce back from the
thumped by us
4-0. I think
they
needed a bounce
against
back.
Hughes.
They needed a bounce back, and I
Really
think they didn't play as bad. I saw little bits of it, but not the whole game. So I'm probably not the best person to speak about it. But
I watched it, and then me stream my telly crashed in the 92nd minute, so I did actually miss Jordan Ayew's goal, but I saw it was 2-1. But I didn't think Spurs weren't as good as they had been in other games this season. I'm really intrigued to see, because they've got a quite hard run of form after coming from this week. Actually, they've got quite a hard run.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how they perform and how they elevate against these top clubs week in week out. Obviously, they got a point against Arsenal, beat Liverpool. Granted, it was very, very controversial. Probably the most controversial game I've seen in a long time, and they smashed Man United. But they do have pretty hard fixtures coming up. I think they've got Chelsea in there, Man City in there. I think they've got us in there, so I think they might have Villa in there. So I'm intrigued to see if they'll still be at the top come middle of December, late November. But yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on if Tottenham will maintain that pace, or do you think they'll see a little drop off and maybe Arsenal and Man City will overtake them again?
I think it depends on the players. I think because obviously the likes of Son and Maddison at the minute are just running the show for them.
I think Basuma as well. You could tell he was.
But if there's any sort of little injury or any sort of hiccup in that, then that's when they'll drop off. But it's literally, if it's one of them two that gets injured.
That's the thing with Tottenham. I think they're playing unbelievable football, but I think they're only an injury or two away from Son or Maddison to potentially causing them a few problems. But in fairness to Tottenham, like you said, I thought they were still quite good. I mean, I thought Palace.
No, I didn't think they were bad.
Palace, like you said, it was always going to be a tough game. Friday night, Sellers Park.
Yeah. Great.
I tell you who's unbelievable, by the way, that Van der Ven. He's so fast.
Yeah,
he's genuinely I think the fastest centre half.
Is it a ridiculous statement to say might be the sign of the season so far?
Yeah, he's
up
there.
He's probably just behind Maddison, I'd say.
Yeah. To be fair, they've made probably two of the signs of the season, but he's unbelievable. Him next to Romero, because it kind of has that balance. Romero's kind of like he's like a ticking time bomb, and when Cam's just deflated his chair.
I know. Deflated?
Yeah, that's the word.
It sounds like he sat on an inflatable chair.
He is. It's on a bouncy castle. Romero's kind of like that ticking time bomb where when he had someone next to him who was also a bit careless, when he had Eric Dyer or Davinson Sanchez, he was an accident waiting to happen. Now Romero was someone cool, calm, composed, someone who can sweep up balls in behind, someone with that pace, someone a bit more calmer, tentative. You kind of use that explosiveness of Romero, and Ange's got to bang on with Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie and Porro, because I think they all just complement each other really well. It's a very good, solid back four. I think Tottenham have been brilliant. I don't think, when I say the word is good, I don't think they're as good as Palace as they have been in other games this season. But obviously, a top team is a team who might not have the best game and still get that result. Over the line.
I think Udogie's been a good addition to Spurs, which weirdly he was out on loan last season to Udinese. He's been sort of a bit of a blessing in disguise for the Tottenham squad. I think he's come in and been one of the best
for his age, being 21, 22. His tactical understanding of the way Ange's trying to play is brilliant, because he inverts, he gets high, he knows when to press, like he knows when to commit. He's not just a very technical player, he's not an unbelievable athlete, but he's also very mature for his age, and I do think he'll be one of the best left backs in the world in the next 2 years. Like, I think he's unbelievably talented, unbelievable footballer. I think, is that anything else anyone's got to add about Tottenham Palace? Or
no, I mean, I think Tottenham are excellent at the minute. I like watching them.
They're just probably right now. If other than Newcastle, all of the teams play on the weekend. Like if they all played at the same time, probably just because of the enjoyment, probably Tottenham are the team to watch at the minute because they're just so exciting to watch, really.
What do you mean, other than Newcastle?
Because obviously I'd watch Newcastle. Because
yeah, but like the way you said it was like Newcastle the entertainers, everyone else.
No. I should have clarified that.
Just because he supports Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like that. I'm not saying we're white.
I knew what you meant. I just fancied like calling you out.
No, I didn't mean to bite there. Then 12:30 was Chelsea versus Brentford. I need to say Chelsea versus Tottenham. Chelsea versus Brentford. Chelsea, I thought were very good. Like again, but
should we go through what we predicted, by the way?
You should really get them.
So I think for the Tottenham game,
I said Tottenham 2-0 or 3-1. One or the other.
Someone got a bang on, didn't they?
No, I got two Sunday games bang on.
So the Tottenham Crystal Palace. We had, so I put 3-1 to Tottenham, so that was a goal off. Then Joe and Rob predicted 2-0, and then Cam also put 3-1. So we're all,
we all got the results
away.
Yeah, I was a Jordan Ayew. Apparently, it was a very good goal. I didn't say it.
Checked it for
However, Chelsea Brentford, we all scored a big fat 0.
Yeah.
Did we all say Chelsea would win, or anyone say draw?
I put draw. I put 1-1. Which, honestly, at the end of the game, obviously before their second
Chelsea
at the end, I was like, oh my god, I could actually
Chelsea
were snatch.
Everyone watched that because Sunderland might have worked home, so you might not have seen all of it.
I didn't see like the last. I saw all of it because I left for the match at like full time of that match.
Oh yeah, Chelsea I thought were quite impressive again. I've said that. I feel like I say that every week this season, but I am impressed with the way they play football. I think the issue is low blocks when there's a lot of teams
First
behind the ball.
Though, they peppered them. They were so much better than them. Yeah. And second off, they just couldn't rediscover the form.
When they got beat off West Ham earlier in the year, it seems like they just annihilate teams, and then I don't know if they tire out or if Pochettino doesn't like if the standards from the bench players to the first team is just that big of a gap.
Because they don't score. If you don't score, if you're that much on top and you don't score, teams get a bit belief because they'll think we can mix something.
A team
and you get a bit
like Brentford aren't toothless up front, and they are a decent. I mean, they had a great season last season. I think they finished 8th or 9th.
Christian Norgard, what a player he is. Like every single time I felt like Chelsea couldn't counter-attack because every single time Chelsea tried a turnover, Norgard would just sweep it up. He was on the ball so much. Ethan Pinnock had a very good game as well. I think they'll give him man of the match. Ethan Pinnock was aerially I feel like they just lack that bite. Like Nicholas Jackson, I think is a good footballer, but
they need a striker.
He needs to start firing. Because when you get one goal scorer who might get 15 goals a season, what you notice as well is other players start picking up goals because teams start to man-mark that one striker. At the minute, you just really have to watch for Jackson's pace and behind. You obviously don't want to give him a chance because he still is a Premier League footballer, but I feel like you don't have to be as tight to him as you would have to be with like when City have a Haaland or even what I've noticed happens with Højlund. Players get very tight to him because he's just a bit of a handful. Chelsea just don't.
They just need someone who's going to guarantee to actually put
15-20 goals
away.
It's so crazy they've spent that much money and didn't address that issue.
Yeah. I feel like they spent.
They're in the market for another centre half as well.
Yeah, I think they because Thiago Silva's set to leave, isn't he? I mean, he's 40-year-old and he's still that good, but I think I'm just intrigued to see where Chelsea go because I do think Pochettino's the right man, but at a certain point, if you're still sat 12th, 13th, 11th, whatever in the league, at a certain point, there's no option but to pull the plug at a certain point. As good as I think he is as a manager, but
I think they've got to give him at least a year.
You can really see
reckless, can you?
You can really see in that game Thiago Silva's frustration. You could see with some chances he was trying to get for Chelsea that he was just so frustrated with.
I think they missed Enzo Fernandez quite a bit as well. I think when without Enzo Fernandez, they kind of have that. What I've noticed with Chelsea is, especially that game, is the inability to retain possession. It felt like everything was being forced. Sometimes you have to go a bit slower, and when he gets the ball, he can put the game to a standstill because everyone just sits and watches on. But yeah, I don't know. Chelsea have a lot of issues to be highlighted, but Cam's
having.
Cam looked like he was gonna say something. He was just staring.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Is that going on?
No. The only thing that I didn't know if it was gonna pick you up because when I was looking at you talking, you were like that. Like just
no. I'm talking.
Sorry.
I might be a bit quiet.
Just a sound problem.
We're just trying to teach
a sound
Rob
question from me.
How to use a microphone.
Although I say that, and that was the quiet one in the last episode. So.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, boys.
The only other real big game for 3 o'clock.
You're doing it exactly.
Right, lads, I'm sat in a different corner, man. This is bullshit.
It's just picking it. I'm just going to stop picking
I have had enough. Right, no, okay. I know, but I like talking to you. I like seeing
you. Can just like,
but just use
your
eyes.
Just make sure you're talking then.
Just
use
your
eyes.
eyes.
Microphone, you know. This is the whole point of the podcast.
You are meant to be talking into a microphone. Yeah, I get it too. Carried away.
But anyway, let's move on to Arsenal Sheffield.
Wait, you said that's what I was about to go on to. That I was about
one of the 3 o'clock kickoffs.
I don't think anybody got this score right either. We all got Arsenal to win.
I thought Sheffield tried to get a fluky counter attack or something. To be fair, but
we all got the result right. I don't think any of us would have predicted an Eddie Nketiah hat-trick either.
No, I did. Triple captain him in FPL and everything. Eddie.
And ended 5-0.
His third goal was unbelievable as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I just didn't know he had that in his locker. I was watching it with my cousin, and it was unbelievable by Arsenal. But I guess you kind of came to expect it by them.
Yeah, well, three of us put 3-0, which was me, Joe, and Cam. You put 3-1. You put Sheffield to score. We all got the point for it. Yeah, there's not much to be said about Arsenal Sheffield.
Domination. Yeah. Sheffield United, I still say, I think they broke the record now for the least points after 10 games. I'm pretty sure. I think I don't. They've got. I think it was us talking last week where they've got quite a nice run coming up.
Yeah, they've got to pick up some points now.
They have to get, but I just personally I don't see them getting more. They might get a fluky 1-0 win, but I don't see them getting more than 2 points. To be honest,
they're going to get more than 2 points.
What in the next? No. I mean,
the next
run. No, they'll probably finish the season with about 10.
They'll get more than 10, I think. I think
they'll break the
Derby's record's so
impressively
bad.
Yeah.
When you think about
it, is it 13?
11. You win 2 games. Well, you win 3 games. You're like 2 points off it already, and you're going to pick up a few. I think they'll end up with about 18 points or something.
Their first win that season was against us, Derby.
Yeah, I think you didn't beat them that season. I think you were the only team who didn't beat them.
I think we lost and drew with them.
Yeah. He was the only team that didn't beat them.
But I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what year it was now.
It was 2007, 8.
Yeah, I'm thinking 7, 8, yeah.
It was against Sheffield United, the whole famous goal line technology era against Villa. Should have relegated us.
Could have relegated Villa. And
how weird, like, the world works.
How different teams Villa and Sheffield United are now.
Yeah,
if Sheffield United stayed up that year, Sheffield United could have Unai Emery. Maybe not that far. Maybe not that far.
Bit of a bold statement.
The next fixture,
huge game.
Bournemouth Burnley. I was the only one to get a point. You 3 put a draw. Rob put 0-0. You 2 put 1-1.
I just thought
Bournemouth. I bat them to win, they lose. I bat them to not win, they win every single time without fail.
I'm making sure I'm not like getting mistaken. Philip Billen scored a worldie this game, didn't he? Was it?
This game? Off the line. Trafford was off his line, wasn't he?
Yeah, Philip Billen scored. I don't know who he thinks he is trying that, but I thought Burnley were going to be better than they are coming up. Personally, I thought
Burnley are terrible. I've been really surprised how bad they are.
Like, they played nice football. When I saw them in the Championship, I was very impressed. But Bournemouth. But again, I've been very shocked at how bad Bournemouth have been because I really like the signings Bournemouth made. Like I said at the start of the year, they could be the team who like pushing. Like I definitely thought they'd finish like 13th, 12th. I thought they had made brilliant signings, but
I think is that not exactly what you're like? You've just said though, like. The difference between the Championship and the Prem, like they honestly they stormed the Championship last year, and then now they've came up. And
I think the
gap
between the two is as big as it's ever been.
I think as well
they've got good Championship
in a strange way.
They haven't got good.
But they were saying the team they played the other day, 2 of the players who were in the Championship winning squad started. Everyone else was new, so it was like you can't assemble a fully new team and expect to be able to compete. You've got to at least keep a core of a squad, which I think. You look at teams who've been successful over the years coming up, like Villa recently. You look at Tyrone Mings; he was part of that team. Like when you went up, you had Lascelles and
we only bought one player when we went up.
So there's
the first year.
Bournemouth had like Callum Wilson and stuff as well.
I tell you what's mental. If you look at Brentford's team, it's so similar to what they had in the Championship.
Yeah, the only real difference is who's gone like. There's no Sergi Canos.
Yeah, and he's only just went in the summer.
The season they went up wasn't even BMW. It wasn't even.
No, Watkins wasn't a part of the
Watkins
Brentford
wasn't.
team.
Was it Ben Rama?
Ben Rama wasn't there.
Ben
No,
Rama
he
was
was
at West Ham. That's what I was saying. It wasn't assembled when they went up, so they didn't go up with these.
Tony was there obviously, and he scored 30 odd goals.
Yeah,
and Burmo was there.
Well, Tony broke the record for the goals in the Championship, didn't he?
And then
he did. Then
Mitrovic broke
was
it like
next
the year after. Nah, but the gap between the two is ridiculous. I think Leicester, when they go up, they're going to be fine. But I think teams coming up from the Championship, the Premier League, need to take a whole different approach as what's had to be done in the last 10-15 years. Do I know what that is? No, I'm not a director of football.
I don't think they do. I just think
keep your core.
Keep your core and improve. Like you look
improving your weaknesses.
Brentford and Brighton, and Brighton were in the Championship not too long ago. Brentford in the Championship not too long ago. Yous were, Villa were, and you look how yous have done.
Fulham.
Exactly, that's the blueprint for it. Fulham got promoted. Last season was the first season.
Do you know what it seems to be as well? A lot of the teams who suffer second season syndrome, where they'll have a good year the first year and then go down the next, is teams who keep the core the first year and then splash in the second year, because they'll kind of go, okay, let's build on now, and then you'll realise that you need to.
You've got to strike that balance, because you've got to improve your team, but you've got to not disband your whole team what you've had.
The one thing about a team who gets promoted from the Championship, which is a key factor in the Premier League, which I think a lot of fans and a lot of people miss out when they don't have flashy players, is consistency. Like, a lot of... I'm trying to... Like, you could have... Like, for example, I'm going to use Newcastle just as an example, but me with Sean Longstaff, I didn't exactly like Sean Longstaff because he wasn't some flashy, unbelievable midfielder, like, or didn't have, like, the bite Joe Linton had or the ability Bruno had. But what I overlooked was his consistency, his ability to not have bad games, but just... And I think... coming up from the Championship to the Premier League, to go up through 46 games, maybe even playoff, you need to be consistent, and that's what a core of a squad will have. They understand the ability to be consistent. When Burnley have gone in and bought all these new players, this squad doesn't know how to be consistent together, and consistency is the hardest thing in football. So I think that's the main issue. Like, if Leicester go up, I don't think they'll splash the cash, and that's why I think they'll have a really good season when they go up next season. But I think if an Ipswich do manage to go up, I think they won't have the best years, because I think they'll try and splash the money about. But that's just my take anyway. Sorry, I waffled on that, lads. I just try to get my point across.
Well, I was going to say that I think Bournemouth will be the team in 17th that will relegate the three that have come up. I think Bournemouth are strong enough that they'll gain the points on Luton.
I think they might
pick up massively.
I think they might pick up a few more points as well. I think they might.
Yeah.
I think they'll pull well away from it, to be honest with you. I think the bottom three might be... It's very early days, but I think the bottom three might be the bottom three.
When was the last time that actually happened, where the three went up, went back down?
I'm not sure.
I feel like...
It's been a while.
I think it's probably been... Probably been over a decade. Like, I don't remember it happening in my lifetime.
I'll Google it.
I feel like Norwich did it. Norwich did it.
I think it's definitely happened in our lifetime.
I don't remember the last time it happened. Didn't happen last year.
Here you go. Only once in Premier League history have all three promoted teams gone straight back down. That was 97-98, and it was Barnsley, Bolton, and Crystal Palace.
I don't remember it in the last decade. I thought it was about 97. That's a call off by me.
Fair enough.
Well, last year was like an anomaly because it was only like the fourth or fifth time all three promoted teams stayed up.
That happened with us when Newcastle, Huddersfield, Brighton all stayed up, and then Huddersfield went down.
Yeah, I think I was looking there. It's only happened 4 or 5 times, so it's like the complete opposite of a season prior.
I thought you'd think that'd be more common, wouldn't you? Like the three teams who go up.
I suppose you always get one who's going to struggle at least, though, don't you?
Yeah. No, like I'm surprised there's not more times where all three.
At the start of the season, who expected Leicester, Southampton, well maybe Southampton, but especially Leicester to be in relegation?
Who did I?
I think people big Leicester up so much because of when they won the league. They still think that. I don't think.
They had a
team that they shouldn't have went down with.
But what I'm saying is, people think of Leicester as now because when they won the league, they're probably thinking still like, oh, they should always be in the Prem.
Maddison, Tielemans, and Didi was one of the best midfield three. Like probably like. One of the best midfield threes in the league.
Forwards, you
had Harvey Barnes, you had Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka, who hasn't hit the form running. Iheanacho, they had a very good Johnny Evans, who's now playing for Manchester United. They had a good enough team to comfortably stay up. Southampton, I didn't think had a bad team either. I think the quality of the Premier League last year was very high.
I think Southampton had a bad team. When you look at out of the Southampton team that went down, who would you have in your team?
Lavia,
and he's got a Chelsea.
I like Bazunu.
Bazoonu's terrible. Honestly, he's so bad.
Yeah, maybe it's just the fact that I don't know. Maybe I just had a soft spot for him.
Definitely his career mode potential.
Potentially, yeah. Could be that he's good on my FM.
That's where Southampton went on. They paid 15 million for Bazunu. They paid 13 million for Edozie, and like they were unproven. They'd never played.
Yeah, like Lavia, granted, hadn't played much, but Lavia was unbelievable. I thought every time I watched him play, I thought he was very good. Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't take many of them out of Leicester, Southampton, and then Leeds weren't.
Leeds were like the closest to staying up, weren't they? Them and Leicester were like in with a chance.
Yeah, but I thought Leeds had probably arguably the worst team out the three. I thought Leeds had a worse team than Southampton. Like I said last year, the quality of the Premier League was very, very high. I felt like there was. I felt the bottom end. You didn't look at any of the teams and go, they shouldn't be in the Premier League. Like, I know, like, that's a silly thing to say, but they were all big enough clubs to be in the Premier League. In my opinion, yeah.
Let's move on to Wolves Newcastle. It was another 0-point game for us.
I did say I'll finish 1-1, but it didn't finish 1-1. I finished 2-2, but the game's the game.
Me and Rob put 2-1 to Newcastle. Cam put 1-0 Newcastle and Joe put 1-0 Wolves. Ended 2-2.
Would have been 2-1 if Nick Pope didn't decide to try to turn it into Mike Tyson. Don't know why he's punched that ball. I want a new keeper. I hate him. He's not even good.
Let's just talk about though the talk of the game and that penalty. I mean,
what penalty?
What a joke.
That
is
like.
I'm a Newcastle fan. Watching it, I was like, this isn't going to get given, right? But I hope it does. Obviously, I'm like, this isn't going to get given. And then I honestly thought Jose Sal saved it, but I didn't think it was a penalty. Like, fair enough if the ref gives it the first time.
He did.
But when
he did.
But fair enough. But I don't understand how you can go to the monitor and then see.
He didn't go to the monitor.
He didn't go to the
monitor. I didn't go to the monitor.
Yeah, I just checked it.
Did you watch this game?
Yes, I did. No, I'm seeing the ref. Like, I'm seeing the ref gave it first time. Fair enough, but when you get that checked, I don't understand how that is.
The VAR failed massively.
First of all, it's bad from the referee in the first place because it's so obvious Hwang pulls out.
Yeah.
He literally goes like that, pulls his foot back, and Shaw just chucks himself down. And then for VAR to look at it and go, yeah, that's a penalty. Mate, honestly, it's unbelievable. I could not believe it.
It is a very, very bad decision.
I was impressed with Wolves, though. I thought they were good.
They were brilliant, but I think it was also the fact our team looked very tired.
Pedro Neto tore his apart until he pulled his hamstring.
I know you want to say something.
About what?
Just the game. I didn't see you itching.
Well, firstly, Callum Wilson's first goal.
Scruffy.
Nah.
Overhead kick.
Overhead kick.
No.
Overhead kick.
It wasn't like
I mean, it's not Wayne Rooney-esque, but it's still an overhead kick.
No.
Secondly,
and it's terrible off the goalie.
The penalty, very soft, but there is contact.
So,
of course, there was. If you look, right, when you're watching it all angles, right, one of the angles was the best one, and his shin pad. It's his shin, right?
Shin pad.
It wasn't his shin pad.
Came off
his shin catches. I think it was Shaw that got brought down. Yeah, catches Shaw's calf, which then that's why Shaw stepped across. He knows exactly what he's doing.
You think it's a pen?
It's a very, very soft pen.
But you think it's a penalty?
By the laws of the game,
no,
yes,
you think it's a penalty.
You've got your laws
of the game. No.
If someone got a penalty like that against Newcastle, would you be fuming?
I'd be fuming, but it would be a penalty.
Or if anyone got a penalty against Newcastle, doesn't even have to.
Like Wolves would be fuming because they'll be like, I don't think that's a penalty. Because the problem is you've seen challenges like that haven't been given.
Yeah, but he didn't even challenge. He literally he did go to put his foot in, then he pulled his foot away and went like that. Didn't touch him, and Shaw saw what was happening and took himself down.
If you watch the angles, his shin catches his calf.
If that was against Newcastle, or if that was against any of our teams, we'd be fuming. We'd be absolutely livid.
Massively.
But if it was your team,
well, I wouldn't care. I couldn't care less. No, but my point is, I'd want the pen.
Yeah.
I think
we'd want the pen.
But the thing is,
it's not. It shouldn't be a penalty.
There's contact, but it's very soft, and I think it's a very soft penalty there. In other games, it might not have been given, but because it has been given, I think people are kicking off because it's one of them.
Like Cam said, I think I can see the rules of the game why it's a penalty, but I think if that's the rules of the game, it may as well be a no contact sport.
It was.
I agree with that.
If that is a penalty, you may as well just not be allowed to touch each other, and you may as well have to use a stick.
With VAR and stuff like that. I think over recent years, I think the game. And now I'm going to use an old term, but the game's gone soft because it's the tiniest bit of contact. It's a foul.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not a foul.
By the letter of the law,
but you can't say the game's gone soft when we're saying that touch shouldn't be a penalty, and you're saying it was a penalty.
No, yeah.
I think by the
there's contact. That's what I'm saying.
By the written
I'm going
handbook
by
it is. By the written rules it is. But is it?
What's this written rule you've seen that things that aren't a penalty are a penalty?
What you've seen given in the past?
No, I've never seen a pen like that given very often.
Yeah,
I've seen less contact given.
Than that?
Yeah.
With VAR, I know like people have dove.
Sterling against Denmark in the semi-final. There was less contact.
If you watch that though, Sterling's legs get taken away, which stops him running. Nothing. Shaw physically.
Even if Shaw got that ball, nothing was going to get made from it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Shaw comes across, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
Shaw's clever.
He knows exactly what he's doing to get that pen.
You said there was no contact. There definitely
there is a little bit of
but
contact.
It's not enough to. It's not enough to go. It's not enough to go like down like that.
Yeah,
I mean, regardless, I thought Wolves were good. Pedro Neto was really good.
And Matthias Cunha
I was really disappointed. He looks like he's pulled his hamstring.
I just want to apologise to all Wolves fans. I did at the start of the year think that we're going to go down. I didn't think they'd score enough goals.
I thought they'd struggle.
Watching them, they play. They have some players, but it's so annoying because I really hope that Pedro Neto injury. I'm glad it happened in that game, but. Going off on a stretcher, I really hope it isn't bad because he is genuinely right now for me one of the most entertaining players in the league.
You could say as well he knew straight away because obviously he was on the ball. And he's
one of those players where if it isn't for injuries, you know he'd be playing at like an Arsenal or like a top club at that level. You could see how well he'd fit in at someone like a Spurs.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean. They were good, Wolves. And
we weren't impressive, but
Wolves were well worthy of a point. If not, I thought maybe all three. Maybe that's my slight bias, but
I think we were just obviously a soft penalty and a scrappy goal. And I don't think Kieran Trippier probably his worst game in Newcastle shirt for us. He looks he looks absolutely knackered. So does Anthony Gordon.
But he looked knackered against Dortmund as well.
Honestly, he needs. I wouldn't even put him on the bench tonight.
Palace.
He needs a rest. He needs a bad rest.
He needs a good.
That's the issue. Though.
He needs a good rest.
Yeah,
we have a bad rest.
Bad rest. He needs a rest badly.
He needs a bad rest.
He needs a bad rest. He needs to not sleep.
Rest. People are kicking him in that while he's trying to rest.
Everton. Well, anyway, let's go on to the next game. West Ham Everton.
I got this one, not the result, not the score, but I got the result.
Yeah, great call.
And you're the only one who got the result. Me, Cam, and Rob all put West Ham to win. Joe put a 2-1 Everton win.
I just fancied them. There wasn't really much logic to it. I just haven't been that impressed with West Ham. I haven't been impressed with Everton, but I just thought away from home they might just scrape one. Put 2-1. I should have put 1-0.
Tell you what I thought was brilliant. That Prantway at the back.
Yeah, he was. He got man of the match, didn't he? Good. Yeah, he was good. I mean, I thought Pickford made a few really good saves. Did you see though, by the way, when Kudus went down, like as if he'd been shot in the head, and then Pickford went up to him and went to pick him up. He shot up and had to go Pickford and that's embarrassing.
If you're gonna do it properly.
Like you can't lie on the floor and then jump up and be all angry.
Yeah. The way he did go, he went down.
It's
honestly, it was like a sniper in the crowd.
I can't remember, but was there was it Tarkowski who it looked like he had stood on him.
Yeah, Tarkowski. That was a bit naughty from Tarkowski. It's like one of those ones where it'd be like, it was an accident, but I think he knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
Do you know what that Kudus thing reminded me of? Do you know Immobile when he's down injured and then Italy score?
And he gets up
running and cheering with the rest of the players. He's down injured.
I mean, Everton, good result from them. They've picked up a few decent results.
Calvert-Lewin took his goal well.
He took it really well.
He took his goal really well.
I'm going to have to move it like this. For some reason, I just can't remember I watched the game, but I don't remember the game.
It wasn't a particularly
honestly,
noteworthy game.
It's ridiculous because I don't actually think I could tell you the goal scorer.
Calvert-Lewin.
I do remember.
On the edge of the box.
Yeah, with the turn. Yeah, okay, I do remember it now.
They've stretched 5 points from the relegation zone now. They're up to 15th.
Yeah.
A win would take them up to 10th now.
Yeah.
I think they've got to keep plugging and getting wins off the belt, especially
if turn the Goodison form
especially if there's 12-point deductions kind of coming.
It's weird because
if that happens,
then they've just got to keep plugging.
They've got to turn the Goodison form. They're better away from home. Goodison.
I feel like Goodison should be the place where they should be.
To be fair, if they get a -12, it'll put them on -2. And one win
would put them on level with
Sheffield United.
I think it's still a lot though.
Massively.
I think it'll just be a lot of keep up with that third off bottom, and like I think that's where the gap will go.
I just can't see it happening. I can't see them getting I think that they might end up getting a 12-point deduction, maybe like for the start of next season.
Maybe, yeah.
But I just can't see the Premier League doing that when they've got other things going on, like Man City. Because Everton will go, well, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
You've given us -12. Man City got 154 breaches.
The difference is Everton's came out that they've done this a couple of seasons ago.
Nah.
Yes,
City's came out
15 year.
Yeah, but then it only came out recently that it was going to be getting investigated. Whereas Everton's been investigated.
Deduction point came out a few years ago what the scandal was, and now it's
hasn't Everton's been proven as well, where Man City's still like
that's the thing with
City.
City's
Everton's
got
lawyers would have just delayed, but eventually they just got a thingy. That's what City lawyers are going to do. There's that much they'll just delay.
Yeah.
And
it'll probably just vanish eventually. It'll just go away.
I'm looking.
No, that kind of
I've got big
go
lips,
away.
you know.
I reckon it will.
Some of the transfer breaches and stuff.
I think it'll happen. It'll just City will like, oh,
no way that can go
it'll
away.
count to one or two breaches and things will get took away.
Josh, you want me a lip?
You lips in the mic.
I'm just trying to get Rob to actually speak.
I was speaking in the mic and he wanted me to lips the mic.
Right. Anyway, great result for Evan. Let's move on. Next was Aston Villa Luton.
3-1.
Rob got it spot on. 3-1. For some reason, we just can't keep a clean sheet, even if it means scoring an own goal.
Yeah, it was unlucky though. Like, I mean, I don't know what Cons is trying to do. I don't know if he's trying to head
it.
I think he's literally just gone up for the challenge, tried to head it back, but then not realised how close he is. Not realising how close he is and how much power he's actually put on the header. And then it's unlucky for Martinez. He's gone to try to save it.
But I mean, we thought you would win. You did win.
Yeah.
Did you obviously would have watched the game? I'm assuming.
I was,
I can't lie. I didn't watch.
No, it wasn't on the telly.
It wasn't on the telly.
No.
I've only seen highlights. I just want to complain about something. I find that ridiculous. Like there was Liverpool on at the same time. I believe was it on the Sunday? Liverpool were on.
Yeah.
Villa were on. I'd rather have watched.
Forest.
I feel Brighton Fulham. I'd just rather watch.
It's just because they play on a Thursday, so they've got to play on a Sunday.
So they've got to play on a Sunday.
Yeah. So like,
because I actually enjoy enjoy watching Villa. They play.
The fixtures are a bit like already for telly.
I love watching Mr. Diaby play.
I mean, I know it's like obviously no disrespect to Luton, but it is Luton, and it is a game we should have dominated.
I hope they put Luton, Sheffield United on the telly, mate.
It's definitely gonna be a 3 o'clock kickoff, though, isn't it?
Nah, it's got 3 o'clock written all over.
Or like a 12:30 early kickoff.
Yeah, Villa dominant.
We played really well. It's good to see.
5 points off the top now, aren't you?
Yeah,
we're 5 points off you.
Your home record is an absolute joke. 12 wins on the trot. Yeah. That is like mental.
Like I thought ours was good when we had a good one. Ours was like 22 unbeaten, but we had a lot of we had like 9 or 10
to
draws.
Win 12 on the spin at
12
home,
on the
mental.
Yeah,
that was like really.
You would love to be a Villa fan who had a season ticket, wouldn't you? Because every time you went to
I think you'd love to be a Villa fan right now. The football, like I quite like Villa personally.
Good team, good players, good manager.
They won us the league. I quite like them. They won us the league.
Grealish against Brighton.
Literally, that's why Grealish is one of my favourite players. Literally, he won us the league. I know it was only the championship, but but
4 points off top. Obviously that's not our aim, but top 5 would be nice.
Top 5 could be.
Yeah. I mean, I do see us finishing above Newcastle
because of
season,
our depth.
Because of your depth.
Yeah.
And because
if we bring in 3,
we play Conference League rather than Champions League.
Yeah, we use are playing like no disrespect to the team you're playing, but this is disrespectful. Yous aren't playing the same level of opposition as us, but so we have to put like yous can put your rotated squad out. You could rest like 7 or 8 of your players and still comfortably beat the teams you're going out against. If we rotate our team against PSG, we can't. Our best team, I know our best team beat them 4-1, but our best team lost to Dortmund. Well, best team available lost to Dortmund. Yeah. So we just have tougher competition. I do think there'll be about 5 or 6 points between us. However, if we bring in 3 players in January, maybe 2, I'd be. I think, which is what we need. I think we need another midfielder, a centre back, and a right winger, personally, or someone who can play the.
By the way, just like quickly touching on that, if you sign Ruben Neves, that's a disgrace. By the way,
yeah, that is nuts.
He's a baller.
Oh, it's really good footballer.
Yeah, but the fact that he's gone and signed
the Premier League can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, because
that sets a dangerous precedent.
Yeah, because because then all these players can go to Saudi and we can just grab them on loan.
Get them.
Yeah, I think if we went and bought them for like 35, 40 million,
outrageous. It's giving money from Saudi to Saudi.
Watford and Udinese.
It's not like you're actually going to lose 40 million because it's going back
to the
we lose it off FFP, to be fair.
We
lose off FFP.
We're going to get Ronaldo, Benzema up front as well.
I'm alright. I'd rather Isaac, mate. Sorry. Just speaking of Ruben Neves, this is a very random question. I know I've changed it. I had a discussion with someone the other day. If you had to pick between Ruben Neves and Calvin Phillips, who are you picking?
Now?
Like, no, not like maybe off a year ago, because I don't think it's close. I'd take Ruben Neves every day of the
Cam
week.
Phillips is playing the Premier League. I know he's not playing. But
No,
Ruben
I'm saying like the ability what they had. Like we're saying Phillips at Leeds and Neves at Wolves. So over that 2 year, I don't think it's close. I think Neves is. I think I'd take Neves
Calvin
every
Phillips
day.
got a £50 million move to Man City.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. But
Yeah, but was he worth 50 million?
he's also
I'm not gonna lie.
he's also English.
I probably would take Ruben Neves.
I
I'd
think
probably take Neves.
you're a Villa fan as well, and
Yeah.
I
because
think
you
I'd
hear
maybe
Wolves.
go Phillips. Leeds Calvin Phillips.
Leeds Calvin
Maybe.
Phillips. I don't think it'd be even.
He
be
was
a debate.
England's Player of the Year in 2021.
I know, and I'm not disputing that he was a brilliant player. I just think I really, really rate Ruben Neves. I thought you would be more like. Where would you say, Cam?
I'd probably go Neves. Like,
Yeah, I'm very
Neves.
surprised. I was very surprised when I heard someone say
It's not
Phillips.
like
Leaps and bounds. I say,
Yeah,
for me, I think Ruben Neves was just
But
unbelievable
then
football. Sorry, I just changed the topic. I needed to
I
ask
also
that.
do think they play two different roles.
yeah.
I feel like Neves was a bit more of an aggressive six. He liked to.
More of an
liked
8,
to play.
really.
I felt he played a lot. He kind of
more of a
Phillips.
6.
Phillips would more recycle possession. Neves would more. I don't know how to
Create and score.
create from deep. Yeah, I mean, Ruben Neves. When he only scored like non-penalty goals. I'm pretty sure he only scored 2 inside the box in the Premier League out of like 25 he scored. Which is ridiculous, by the way, because I think he scored he scored one. He scored a header against us, and I think he scored it might have been one against Villa. No, that was a free kick, wasn't it? He scored another one out inside the box. So everything, he never attacked the box really. But I just wanted to ask that. Sorry, next game.
Yeah.
Unless
I mean,
you've got anything else to say about Villa, sorry.
No, just I mean, it was an expected result. I think
Yeah.
any other result would have been
Who've
disappointed with.
you got next?
Forest away.
Sorry,
Which
we'll get on
would
to
be
that
a
later. I just need to.
Decent one. The next game was Brighton Fulham,
Ask.
which ended 1-1.
Who got that right?
You get that one right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rob got it spot
Brighton
on
have been
again.
honestly. Brighton have been terrible. Like
Then-
I wish you understood how bad Brighton have been.
I would also say
So bad.
that I think they're similar to you. They just look exhausted, and their depth is
Yeah.
incredible. So I think
Yeah.
they're struggling with midweek because I mean you say they're terrible, but you joint points for them in the Prem.
Oh no! The form has been terrible. I'm saying
Wait.
their last 4 or 5
Yeah,
games.
they've had
has
tough
been-
games though.
They've had tough games, but I haven't been impressed. And I knew going a team like Fulham, where I watched Fulham and the way Fulham played against Tottenham, I knew they'd get something at Brighton. I really did, but I think Brighton will kick on
Like,
very
if you
soon.
look at Brighton's form, they got stuffed off Villa, which was like unexcusable. You shouldn't be getting beat 6-1. But
Yeah.
then they drew with Marseille, they drew with Liverpool, they got beat off City and beat Ajax. So
Aye.
they weren't doing that bad.
Yeah, I think of like how many games did they win in the last 7 or 8? 1.
Well, won the Bournemouth
One.
game, but then,
And then like they just not that. They just weren't that good, and they have
It's
fell
just-
off drastically.
it's
I do
just
think
their
they'll kick
depth.
on. I do think they'll kick on, but the way they were playing recently was shot. And I agree that probably are more
others of
exhausted.
Fulham away from home with Brighton 1-1. Not bad. I
Yeah,
don't think
good
they're very
result
good. If
from-
I'm honest with you, though, Fulham.
Nah, they
I
don't
think-
look incredible.
I think they're a bit toothless.
Honestly, I think if something doesn't come from Willian, they just which is ridiculous
Yeah.
to rely on a 34, 35-year-old
35, I think,
winger
yeah.
because he looks like he's 26 though at the minute. He showed
It's weird.
so
He looks far better at Fulham than he did at Arsenal.
Yeah.
At Arsenal, he looked finished.
Yeah,
And
and then
then-
he's came to.
Yeah.
I think also who I very highly rated at Fulham. I really rate Tim Ream. You know, I don't know why, but I just really.
He's alright.
I
He's
really
just the
rate
middle
him.
of the
Like
road.
he. I don't know. I think it's the fact he's left footed, but he's just such a good. Like he always seems to have a good game.
I think he's just alright.
Yeah,
He's
I
another
really
one.
like
He's
him.
about 35.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a whole team.
35-year-old American.
What was the?
Next game's Liverpool Forest.
I can't lie. I haven't seen that. Oh no, I was at
They
the
won
game
3-0.
where.
You were at the game?
No, I was gonna say I don't remember seeing the highlights, but I think I do remember because Jota scored, didn't he?
Jota Nunez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jota
3-0.
Nunez, Salah. Yeah, I do remember the game. Doesn't matter.
We all got the result, but we also all predicted Forest to get a goal. I put 4-1. Joe and Rob
3-1.
put 2-1, and Cam put 3-1.
2-1. Strange.
But yeah, they kept a clean sheet at home.
They're doing really well, but they're
Yeah.
sort of going under the radar a little bit because
they are.
they're not at the
Really
top.
are.
Because
They're just sort of like just
the-
below
the-
the top
but
two.
they're playing very, very well.
They're
Yeah,
playing
so-
really well and they're scoring goals.
They're
So
1 point behind City and Arsenal in third and second, and then obviously 3 points behind Tottenham at the top. I think their squad is really good.
yeah.
Well, at least
I
they're
agree.
starting 11 anyway.
I think they're a
look really
world-class holding midfielder or another world-class midfielder away from being title contenders. Because
Yeah.
I don't think they have a... Sosbola is very good. McAllister's very good. Sosbola is brilliant, actually. But I think they're just one whole, like, world-class number 6 or maybe just a really, really well balanced number 8 away from winning the title again. Genuinely, I don't exactly know who that could be.
I think they've probably got unlucky with how injury prone Thiago's been.
Yeah,
since he signed.
Yeah,
Thiago, he's a good footballer, but he's just never available because he's injured all the time.
Which is a big issue. Yeah.
Yeah, but good result for Liverpool.
Good result for Liverpool, and then the Manchester derby finished off the weekend.
What did I say?
Not gonna lie, I think when I watched this, I was a bit pissed.
Well, it was 3-0 City. They kept a clean sheet. Joe was the only one not to get a point. He put a 2-2 draw.
Well done, Joe.
Up at 3-2. I really expected Man United to at least score, but they were so poor.
You know what? As well, they were just so abject. Like they didn't offer anything, and also I think I quite like Ten Hag. I think he's a decent manager, but some of his decisions, like to take Amrabat off at half time, what was the reason? To not play Varane and play Johnny Evans, and he said it was for tactical reasons, but
apparently Varane had just come back from injury.
He has, but he said he's fully fit, and I asked him, and he's got no reason to lie, because if he wasn't fit, he'd just say Varane wasn't quite ready. So I don't know. I don't understand what he was doing.
Very strange. I think what was it you who said towards the end of the game that Bruno Fernandes was just running around kicking people.
Bruno Fernandes and Antony were just going around booting like proper just Sunday League style, just chuck the toys out the pram. By the way, Bruno Fernandes' decline is ridiculous, because I thought he was he felt like he was getting better every year. Even if he was getting less goals and less numbers, it felt like he was getting better.
But Fernandes has done that for years. Bruno Fernandes has always been
he's just a massive
if anything it's not going his way for his team, he throws everything gets tied out the pram. He's in a strop, everything.
I'm saying this, and he's going to score a hat-trick night. He's going to score a hat-trick.
I was laughing my head off when he tried. He went in to hurt John Stones, and Stones was clever and saw him coming and give him a kick, and he got hurt. I thought, that's what you get. You going around trying to kick people, and Stones saw him coming a mile off, and then Fernandes ended up lying on the floor rolling around.
I love John Stones had a very quiet performance, but I thought he was
excellent.
Yeah, no, that I was saying he didn't. But honestly, considering he's just came back, he's doing great.
He's doing great. I didn't say doing
great.
I love that formation they play in the
3-2-4-1 or 3-2-4-1.
Imagine showing someone that 15 years ago. I mean, this is how.
John Stones is gonna start off as a centre back, on paper. No, he's actually gonna play midfield. Yeah,
it's the fact Pep has took John Stones from Everton and created him to this.
I mean, do you know what it is?
Why flow in midfield?
John Stones is one of the prime examples of. This is gonna sound so weird, actually. John Stones is one of the prime examples when people say Pep had to use money. Pep Guardiola had a blank checkbook, and one of his first signings he made was a £50 million pound kid from Everton. All of a sudden, he's became one of arguably England's best players, probably England's most influential player outside of maybe Kane in the last 6-7 years in terms of consistency. Now became one of the it was a man of the match in an FA Cup final, man of the match in a Champions League final, arguably City's third or fourth best player last season, and probably going to be one of the best players this season. I've never seen someone become so. I love him, mate. He's just so fucking.
Every time you talk about the England defence, the first name is John Stones.
Who
is he? Who is going to be?
Is it just me who always feels like in major tournaments, Maguire gets a bit. People talk about a bit more. Everyone would talk about team of the tournament when it was the World Cup and the Euros. Everyone seemed to have Maguire in the team of the tournament. When both tournaments, I thought John Stones was even 2018. I thought John Stones was the better of them. I feel like.
See, what the thing is though, when you come to an England shirt, and Maguire's always in the question because he always turns up for England.
I think it is because Maguire doesn't do it at the club, and then it's the step up he makes.
It's more more in the eye.
But
he's been really good.
Also as well, I think John Stones is that calm, composing presence which Maguire's missed his entire probably his entire Man United career.
It's so crazy as well. Stones' big issue a few years ago was he had a mistake in him, and he would give the ball away and they'd score, or he'd be a bit weak in a challenge.
Yeah,
he's just totally got that from his game.
Completely.
It's mental.
I know this is going to sound weird, but what position would you actually if you're comparing Stones to someone?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what position he plays.
You'll see him at centre back 1 minute sweeping the ball up, then the next minute he'll be at the edge of the box dribbling past people,
and then he's at right back all of a sudden.
And then he's at right back. He honestly is probably the most
good. He's honestly.
This is going to sound crazy, and you might say it's controversial. He might be the most unique footballer I've ever seen in the Premier League in terms of his role and ability. I didn't know if you would see that.
It's a good shout.
I think he's arguably top 5 English centre back ever, but he's not fucking centre back. It's Like,
genuinely, you can't really label him for like.
No,
he's
you can't,
definitely a centre back. He's definitely
like,
a
right back. Or it's
I
definitely a
couldn't-
6. Because Champions League final, he played as a number 8. His first ever game of his career was a number 8 and got man of the match. Got more dribbles than Messi.
This season, I genuinely couldn't tell you what position he's played for Man City the
I'm not.
most.
Nah.
Well, to be fair, he has been injured a lot of this
Yeah,
season.
he's just
I
come
think
back
it's
in
only
it,
his
but,
second.
like-
Is this his
But
second or
genuinely,
third start?
where did he play on Saturday?
What, this
Like,
Saturday? That's
I thought,
Sunday,
I
sorry.
thought he was dribbling
It
a
was-
bit.
like,
yeah.
He was like a 6'8" right back
I mean-
hybrid. He didn't really. I didn't see him loads at centre half. Maybe I'm just missing. Maybe my eyes didn't see me. He felt like a hybrid between a 6 and 8 and a right back. He is honestly so good.
I tell you, he's good as well. By the way, I know they paid a lot of money for him, but Vardiol's good. He's just fitting at that left
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
slot.
Honestly, do you know what I think?
He wasn't even a
Yeah,
left
what-
back
how-
for
Nah,
Leipzig,
he
was he?
wasn't.
How?
Centre
But
half.
it's
I mean,
a left back spot, but it's technically a left centre half, isn't it? Because it kind of tucks into a.
But
tucks
then
in
he
a
does
bit.
go.
He
does
he
does
goes
go wide.
forward as well.
Yeah,
so.
it's so honestly, I
Well,
love Pep. man.
according to Sky Sports, John Stones started alongside Rodri
yeah.
in
In
the
midfield.
two.
And then would have
behind the-
Gavardio left
behind
centre
the
half,
four.
Diaz, and I forgot. Was it?
And then it was
Walker.
just a
Kyle Walker.
three, yeah.
I forgot the
So
right centre half was.
Walker, Diaz.
But then
Gavardio,
Stones
and-
obviously
Also,
drops in and
Jack
Yeah.
Grealish had a very good game. I
He
thought
did.
he was busy.
It was
He
his best game in a while.
he was so like I don't. He didn't get an assist, did he? No.
No.
No, but he felt like he was a handful.
It was the best game he's had in a
That,
while.
I know-
but that game is exactly why he's not a numbers person. He might
Yeah.
not have got an assist,
Yeah.
but he influenced the game.
Yeah, and
Incredible.
I've always liked Grealish. I think the way he can move the ball and shift the ball and set a tempo on the wings, very impressive. He can make players come on here, and he's just very unique player. I like the fact they have him and Doku because Grealish is more of that calm, composing, will dribble it. Yeah, he might set the tempo. Then Doku's that hurricane. So Grealish can set a tempo, have a 2-0, 3-0, then 70 minutes in, you bring on this tornado like Doku who's just going to run at you for 90 minutes. But obviously the big man scored 2 again.
Yeah.
He needs to stop now because
And he
it's
got
just
the
not
assist.
fun.
And he got the assist.
Yeah,
for the
he's
third
just
as well.
not. He's just not very fun anymore. I didn't think he was the best player on the pitch. So I thought there were about 5 players better than him for Man City personally, though. But he scored 2, so the game's the game. Because Bernardo Silva was.
Honestly, it was-
I tell you who
Bernardo's-
didn't have a bad game as well for Man United. Onana.
He was very
Yeah,
good.
he
Some of the
did.
saves,
Really
It's- I thought his distribution was like he was very calm out the back as well.
Yeah.
When considering they had like.
He's
this-
so funny though. It's like
Some of the
you
saves
know
he pulled
something's
off.
gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
whenever he's
I-
like in goal, like
I feel
is he
so
gonna make a mistake? Is he gonna make
I
a
feel
world?
so bad for me because I genuinely do believe he is a very talented goalkeeper. He's definitely more talented.
He's definitely talented, but like it's just that
He's got this error in his game which they always slated De Gea for, but I think Onana's tenfold of De Gea. I don't care if Onana made 100 mistakes a game. You're better than De Gea.
if you made 100 mistakes a game, I think
Maybe you're a bit worse than De Gea.
Maybe you'd say we'll
Carlo
have
Dragon was better.
David.
Carlo Dragon was better than De
The
Gea.
Dragon's better.
Well, do you think United will make the De Gea signing on like a?
I hope not, because that would make
Temporary.
absolutely
That would just
no
look
sense.
so dodgy. That would
Look so unprofessional if they do
Onana
that.
looks like he's off to the AFCON, and they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
they've
do
got-
they
Who are their
just-
backup keepers at the minute?
Bayinda and Tom
that
Heaton,
Bayinda
and
that they signed,
Tom
isn't
I
it?
don't know
Yeah.
much about Bayinda.
What
if
does that
anything.
say about him though? If they've signed him, and then if Onana does go away
and-
saying we don't think you're
And
good enough.
Tom Heaton, who's like 38.
That Bayinda was given the number 1 shirt as well.
He was, yeah.
He's got the number 1 shirt at Manchester United.
I mean, I saw that he was going to be starting in the Champions League against Galatasaray. They just didn't. Like, I saw leaks. Like, it was against Galatasaray. I think there was like leaks that he was going to be in goal against
Yeah, I
them.
mean,
He just didn't start.
If they bring De Gea back, that I know like the club is well publicised that's not being run very well, but that would be absolutely outrageous if they
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
The score tally, the updated score
Start
tally.
from 4th.
Yeah, so it's on the Instagram if you haven't seen it already. But Joe,
Plug the Insta.
you gained 4 points for the weekend. That takes you from 10 to 14 points. You're at the bottom.
Oh, not you, Joe.
Stupid
I
game.
gained 5,
Stupid game, innit?
which put me up to 15, just above Joe.
Top
Cameron.
2, yeah.
You gained 4 as well, which put you up to 18.
For 18 points.
Sat behind.
Whose ball knowledge is bad? Not mine. Okay.
Sat
never mind.
behind Rob, who gained 9 points
9 points.
Oh,
for
hey.
Good
the
weekend.
weekend,
You
which
got a
puts,
couple of results, didn't
puts
you?
him up
I
to
got 2 bang on.
24 points. So
Let him
Rob
cook.
is in the lead by 6,
Good at predicting scores, I guess, lads.
and Joe,
Call him
you're
Mystic Mark.
10 off the top.
Stupid
10.
game for stupid
But
people.
to be fair, though,
But
3 games
talking about points,
and he's points.
let's go on to the quiz.
Yay! I like the quiz.
What a transition.
This is where I earn
How long
money.
have you been thinking about that for, admitted? I mean, how long have you been preparing?
This is
that?
where I
That's
show
the-
I'm not a total
That was
idiot.
very smooth.
But yeah, so this week's quiz, I'm hosting again because why not? I've got
Cheating.
2 who am I's each. I'm gonna ask you, or ask the person. Sorry. So Rob, I'm talking to you. If I was to ask you, well, give the players information, you'll have a certain amount of time to guess who the player is. If you don't get it, it'll go to Cam and Joe to steal the point.
I hate this.
Do we have a tally, by the way? I have the quiz.
We were meant to, but I've stopped counting.
Because I'm definitely winning, so that's the only reason I'm asking.
Nah, me and you'll be quite tired.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it sorted.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted. But yeah, Joe is definitely ahead. I know that for sure.
I didn't think so. Like,
I think Cam's winning.
I think I'm winning. Like,
oh, you might be. You know.
Yeah, because if we take away last week, I think me and Joe might be about a point or two apart.
and I'm just like, kind of a few points off.
Right.
We're doing great.
Honestly, I'll never get over that Abubakar shout I got. Loved it. He played against Brazil in the World Cup.
Yeah, I genuinely to this day it's annoying me how I was trying to think the entire time if Portugal played against Brazil in the World Cup. When I just know they didn't play each other.
Portugal.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah,
Ready to go.
So I've got 6 players. I'm going to start with Joe.
Okay.
Seeing as though we think you're the leading man at the moment. So I'm just going to give you some information. You know how this works now. So I have played with Joel Matip,
Big Joel,
Bakary Sagna, and Douglas Costa.
Oh, Douglas Costa, what a blast from the past.
I am a 2-time Premier League winner, and I've won the Bundesliga 3 times. I've played for my country 57 times, and I've scored 13 goals.
Wait, who were the 3?
I am Leroy Sané.
Wow, yeah, that is correct.
Hey,
wow, that's brilliant.
That's a shout off.
So
Joel Matip at Schalke.
Yeah. Can you get the clubs?
Man City's won 2 Premier Leagues, 3 Bundesligas with Bayern.
Who
were the other players? Sagna.
So
Sagna will have been at City his first year. And what was the other one?
Douglas Costa.
Douglas Costa, Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done.
That is
a
incredible.
great
respect
shout.
for that.
That is genuinely
well
brilliant.
done.
I didn't even register. I didn't even register who the 3 players were. I was like, what
I love the reaction.
Joel Matip at Schalke. Is that where you got it from as well?
Yeah, because
I
as
don't
soon
wanna
as you
go
said
now.
Joel Matip, I thought I was thinking about Schalke because I thought
I don't have to do
obvious.
it.
I'm going to go in a weird order. Rob, you're next.
Okay.
I don't
Here's
have to
me
do it.
dropping it
You
now.
have to do
Yep.
it. You have
So-
to do it.
Oh, God.
Loads of time. Hurry up.
Right. I have played with Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Kieran Trippier, but I've never played in England. But I have played in Spain and France. I have 70 caps for my national team, scoring 10 goals.
Right. So KDB. Okay. Wait. Do these players count? Can they play with them at national level or no?
So he's played with those 3 players.
Can it be at national level?
It can be
I'm
at
not saying it
international
is,
level.
but can it be at national level? Okay.
All these players either they've played with
Never
a
played in
club
England.
or
So it's obviously
international level.
Trippier. So it's obviously Trips at Atletico. It's obviously Trippier at Atletico. Bernardo Silva, I'm assuming at Monaco. KDB.
So
I'm
I've played
assuming
with Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Kieran Trippier, but I've never played in England. But I have played in Spain and France.
Yeah.
70 caps for my national team, scoring 10 goals.
So right now, I'm thinking Bernardo Silva at Monaco, Trippier at Atletico, KDB nationality. So I don't know if Carrasco had a spell at Monaco. I feel like Axel Witsel.
That's a shout, Carrasco.
Axel Witsel, I don't think would have scored 10.
Carrasco was who I was thinking, but I'm the same as you. I don't know whether he played for Monaco.
He played at Monaco.
He might have though.
And 10 goals. I feel like Carrasco might have got a few more than that.
That's not a bad return though. Like for your international 10.
Belgium.
Did you see how many appearances he had?
70.
70.
So he's played
70 caps, 10 goals.
This is if he's Belgian, anyway. He might not be. He might have played with KDB somewhere else.
No, because it said has KDB played in France or Spain? Because unless he's done a loan spell there, and I'm an idiot then.
No,
I just remember at Chelsea, Wolfsburg City. I am struggling.
TikTok. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
Right. If I don't think of anyone else. Yeah, just go Carrasco. I don't think it's correct, but just go Carrasco.
You are correct.
Get
Yeah,
in!
it's Yannick Carrasco.
So he was at Monaco, Carrasco, for a bit.
Yeah,
I didn't know Monaco was at Carrasco.
You know
Carrasco was at Monaco.
When I was doing it this morning, right, I got Carrasco, and I saw that he played with Bernardo Silva at Monaco, and I was like, oh, and he's also played with De Bruyne at City. So I was trying to see if
Trippier. By the way, Trippier also had a spell at City, so that I had 3 players there. But then you said never played in England, so
I was trying to see if he'd played with Rodri at Atletico Madrid, but he just missed out. So I was literally going to put those 3 Man City players and go, but I've never played at Man City. But I went.
That was a very good one.
I didn't think Carrasco would have that many appearances for Belgium.
I didn't think he'd have that many appearances. Score that little goal. He's a good player.
Now at Al Shabab.
Yeah.
And he's the worst player to ever pack on FIFA.
He already made it a move to China, didn't he? Then went back to Atletico.
So the chippy, didn't he?
Right.
And Al Shabab.
Your first one. You ready?
Go on.
Quote of the day.
I've played. Yeah, you ready?
I?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, man.
You weren't looking at us?
I know,
I've played with Willian, Alderweireld, and Gareth Bale. I've won the Champions League once, and I'm also a 2-time Premier League winner. I've 102 appearances for my country, but I've never found the back of the net.
Who were the players? Sorry, Alderweireld, Willian, and
Alderweireld, Willian, and Gareth Bale.
Oh, I know what.
So I'm guessing it's Tottenham.
1 Champions League.
Oh, wait, I don't know when he put a play with
2
Alderweireld.
Premier Leagues. 102 appearances for his
Willian
country, but he's never found the back of the net.
Oh no, because he obviously found the back of the net for his nation, so it won't be him. Willian, Alderweireld, Gareth Bale.
Boy.
Have you got it?
I might have. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have.
I was literally going to say, do you want to confer? But I was like, oh wait, no.
Yeah,
because he can steal. Read. Alderweireld, Bale. I'm guessing I'm guessing both at Tottenham. Willian. See, that could be it.
You're going to have to put a time limit soon.
Oh, the Parrot players.
Willian.
Because
Willian, Chelsea. Could be Chelsea. Hey, this is tough. This.
It actually is quite a hard one. I can't lie, because I'm quite stumped.
So he's played how many games? How many games for the national?
I'm not 100%.
102 games.
102 appearances. He's never found the back of the net. He's played with Willian, Alderweireld, and Gareth Bale. He's won the Champions League once, and he's also a 2-time Premier League winner.
Hey.
The one I'm thinking of, I don't know whether he's definitely played with Bale.
Oh my goodness. Wait. I don't think he would have played with
I'm going to have to give you 10 more seconds.
10 seconds? He had more than that. He had longer time than this.
I can't be this
guy. Yeah, but we've got a whole lot of silence.
102 games for England.
No.
I was thinking Ryan Bertrand, but he wouldn't have played 102
times
games.
for England.
Yeah, that big got
I'm guessing, do you know what it is? I'm guessing it's a goalkeeper for some reason.
Go on, have a guess.
First name.
Well, I'm can I steal?
Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I think I might be wrong, but Courtois.
It is Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah. He tried to throw us off by saying I've never found the back of the net, made a stink as an outfielder.
That's what he's done successfully to me. I was trying to think of full-backs and centre-backs.
Gareth Bale at Real Madrid,
yeah.
Willian at Chelsea, and Alderweireld with his country.
Mate, I had the teams totally wrong.
Right, back to Joe. You get the point for that, so you're on 2.
Dos. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro,
let's get on to the next player. So, I have played
Let's go.
with Cristiano Ronaldo,
Big Chris,
Yes.
Lionel Messi,
Big Leo,
and Kylian Mbappe.
Big Killy.
I've won the Champions League 3 times, and I played in the Premier League last season.
Ooh, last season, that's changed my answer.
That changed my answer as
Yeah.
well.
Ronaldo, Messi,
am I?
and Mbappe. Played in the Premier League
My
last.
brain's not working today, man. This is embarrassing.
Because I was going to say Di Maria, but he wasn't
Yeah.
in the Premier League last season. Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe. He's won how many Champions Leagues? 3.
He's won 3 Champions Leagues, and he played in the Premier League last season.
Jeez.
Is that saying he's still playing in the Premier League now? Has he left? Okay.
Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe. 3 Champions Leagues. So he must have been at Real Madrid to win 3 Champions Leagues. I shouldn't be saying that's like.
Or Barca.
So again, like
It would have been it would have had to been a Barca for a while.
They've all got their thinking caps on at the moment.
True,
The
yeah.
cogs are turning. That's why there's so much silence sometimes. In this.
Oh, hang on.
Keylor Navas.
It is
Yeah.
correct. Nottingham Forest last season. You've got yourself
Great job.
another point. You're on 3. Rob, back to
I'm
you.
having a
There's a lot of
stinker,
goalkeepers in this one this week, like.
Yeah, 2.
Ready?
Not really. I'm having a stinker this week. I didn't even think of the last 2.
I have played with Matty Cash, Marco Royce, and Ian Robin.
Is it Robert Lewandowski?
It is.
That was
Wow,
easy.
You didn't even.
That was easy. Yeah. Royce at Dortmund, Robin at Bayern, then Cash with Poland. I'm guessing.
You're on 2.
Yeah, that
Matthew
one.
Cash.
I can't lie. That one was easier than them. Give me half a point for that one if you want. That one.
No,
was very
you
easy.
get the point. I just thought.
Oh, we're doing trivia after this as well.
Yeah, general
Thank God
knowledge.
for that.
Right, Cam.
I'm rubbish
get
at these.
yourself
I'll
on
get-
the scoreboard.
I've got to get this one to make it 3-3 with you, don't I?
Right, I have played with Darren Fletcher, Javier Mascherano, and Santi Cazorla.
Oh my God, I know it is.
I have won the Champions League 4 times in total, and he's won it with 2 different clubs.
Oh my God, I know
I've
who it is.
also won the World Cup with my national team.
Yeah, I know who it
I
is.
know who it is. Can I buzz in first, please?
Mate, it's me.
I know, but
Go for the players again. Mascherano.
okay.
Mascherano, Darren Fletcher, and Santi Cazorla. He's won the Champions League 4 times, and he's won it with 2 different clubs, and he's won the World Cup with his national team.
I had it in the first 3 players.
Actually, I don't know who it is. No, I don't.
Oh no, I know who it is. I'm very confident I know who it is. If I'm wrong, then
I've got one,
Go
but
on.
I don't think I have no
Oh
idea.
yeah, I know
if
who
it's
it is. I know who it is.
right. Gerard Piqué.
It is
Yeah.
Gerard Piqué.
Yeah.
Cam's
It was
thumbs up.
Great
when he
shout,
said
Cam,
Champions League with 2 clubs, but I thought Piqué was out Man
Man
United when they
United.
won.
Ah,
Didn't really
that's
play
what
him.
confuses that.
Yeah.
Didn't play, but he has got the medal.
He's got the medal.
Is it
Prove
bad that I had it Fletcher and Mascherano?
Right,
Have I
so
got a
now-
problem for that?
Because the Ballon d'Or has just been,
Here we go.
the general knowledge is Messi and Ronaldo questions. I know Ronaldo had
yes.
nothing to do with the Ballon d'Or this year or last year, but
Proper Ronaldo
great
fan,
question-
He's won a few of them.
yeah, he's won a few. And
He's
the
done
great,
alright.
the great question is Messi or Ronaldo. So they are
Not really.
Messi and Ronaldo, like based general knowledge questions.
Is it buzzing? Yeah.
I'm gonna, but you need to wait until I finish the question.
Okay.
So
Oh,
and if you buzz in before the end of the question, you're frozen out.
And if you get it wrong, you're frozen.
Yep. If you're wrong, you're frozen. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, question 1. There are 10 questions. Messi has spent his entire professional career at Barcelona, PSG, and Inter Miami. But what was his schoolboy team?
Buzz. Newell's Old Boys.
Yep. That's one to Rob.
Poor, hey.
I'm not sure like how up to date these questions are, by the way, because I got them off a website. So some of them
No,
might
that
be
is, that is true. Yeah.
some of them might be a bit old.
I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Right.
I
This- this one is also going to be a fast one. So get ready.
Yeah.
Which Portuguese team did Ronaldo play for before
Cam.
Manchester United?
Like, is
you're
your both
you're,
done it? Is your
you're
both done it?
both frozen out. Joe, you
how?
buzzed before the end of the question.
Oh no! I didn't even. How was I meant?
Sporting Lisbon.
It is.
How was I meant to
Sporting
know you were
I
going to
don't
say
get how
before Man United? You just said a Portugal team.
No,
Uh,
he said you've got to wait till he finishes the question. He was literally
be
speaking,
fair,
and you
Yeah, he said no.
buzzed.
He went Portuguese team.
Cam did.
He said which
So-
Portuguese team did he play for?
So you
And then I
thought-
buzzed, and he
You
went
thought this was the
before Man
question.
United.
Which Portuguese team?
Yeah.
You thought that was the question?
No,
No,
which Portuguese
to be
team
fair,
did he play
Finn,
for? That's
I
what he
fair
said. And then I
enough,
went
I buzzed
buzz,
that, but I
and he went
buzzed as Cam
before
did.
Man
Yeah, but-
United.
I
That's
think you just
BS,
need,
that,
you need to
man.
listen to the Quizmaster's rules.
Because then we're gonna have a 10-second wait to see if he's gonna say anything else.
Fine, I'll start saying it quicker then.
No, because
No,
I like being just.
Right.
I even said that because you did, you idiot.
Next question.
Well, don't follow me.
I've had it.
Any
I'm a
more
leader.
chat back though, and you'll lose your point.
What point?
He's got one.
I got one. I got Gerard
Right.
Piqué, didn't I?
Ronaldo is synonymous with the number 7. But what other number did he wear at Real Madrid?
Buzz. 9.
Rob has got another point. It's 4-4-1.
Mate, what the fuck?
4-4.
I forgot you said buzz. I thought you said buzz it. So I put my hand
I
up.
feel bad for Cam because he actually did put his hand up before.
I saw him put his hand up. I went, this
Buzz as
fucking
well.
idiot.
Right,
That's hilarious.
I'm so annoyed.
right.
Sorry, man.
Can we share a point? Because I was going to say that.
You knew you would.
I would have given you it if you didn't give me chat back before. Anyway, Messi
Cock
famously retired from international duty in which year before reversing his decision?
Buzz. 2015 when he missed. No,
Wrong.
2016. No, my
Wrong.
God, it's 2016.
2016.
Yep.
Yeah.
When he missed the penalty against Chile, for fuck's sake.
I don't think you should have that point because Rob took the answer.
But
No, we can have the
in
point.
all seriousness, that's what I was going to say. 2016.
No, yeah.
Because it was like the second year in a row he lost the Copa America.
And I thought, but then I realised after I said 2015 that was 14 the World Cup final. Yeah, that's my fault. Is that 5-1-5?
Yeah, imagine if he actually did retire then. He would never won the Copa America or the World Cup.
4-1.
Am I on 4?
It's 4-4-1 just before that.
Did the 9-1 not get me at 5?
No, you're on 4.
Fair enough.
Right. Ronaldo exclaims which word when celebrating a goal?
Buzz. I think that was me.
I think it was Cam.
I think it was Cam.
Sue.
Yep.
Nah, I didn't put enough emphasis on it.
Oh, no, shut up.
Yeah, this is a very autistic podcast.
Yes.
Right.
Come back, son.
Ready? Messi wore the number 30 at the start of his Barca career and then went to number 10. What other number did he wear for the club?
Buzz. Was it 19?
It was 19.
I was thinking 17 for some reason.
I was thinking 19 and 13. I
Rob
just didn't want to get it
has
wrong.
equalised yet again.
Yeah, any Messi question, I've just got me dick in it all, I can't lie.
You got the last one wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I did get the last one wrong. You've got me there.
Right. Which Portuguese island off the coast of Africa, which also shares its name with a cake, is Ronaldo
Me.
from?
I don't know.
No,
Madeira.
no.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, I'm not having that. He buzzed as you were still saying the question.
He
did.
I actually disagree with you.
I think he said he kept going and he said he began with B before he finished.
What was the answer?
I didn't say B,
Madeira.
I said
I actually didn't know that.
Madeira.
I knew where he was from, but I didn't know it was the same word as a cake, which I'm surprised.
You know, I had a Madeira cake.
Nah, which I'm surprised about because I'm over.
Also, if you knew where it was
do you
from,
know
you
what
would
it
have
is?
had the answer.
You know what it is? I was sitting.
Oh yeah.
You didn't need to know the cake.
Yeah, I just focused
didn't know where it was from.
About
just focused on the cake.
4 questions ago, right? I had a feeling that was going to be an answer, and I still didn't buzz first.
And you tried to accuse me of buzzing in too early.
You did buzz in too early, but
didn't.
we'll just go back to the VAR.
That's cool.
Messi.
Sorry, I was going to ask how many questions how many we've got
We've
left.
got 3 left.
Okay.
Messi has won a record number of Ballon d'Or awards. How many?
Mate.
Buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep fucking putting my hand up.
That was a very close one.
It was very close, but Joe just pipped it.
I'm just going to start screaming.
As he speaks, just scream.
Ronaldo helped Portugal win the European Championship in which year?
Buzz.
2014.
Wrong.
Buzz.
Mate.
Oh,
20. No. Come on,
yeah,
that's
Joe.
No,
2016.
2016. 2014 was the
Right, I
World
have to
Cup.
get this last one for a draw.
Oh,
This is
you
Cam, can
absolute
you just
fat-headed
you get it?
twat.
No, Cam, you be really loud. You get this.
I will.
So.
For you, man. For you. Is it about Messi?
It is.
Right, let's try.
Which German multinational sportswear company is Messi an ambassador for?
Buzz? Adidas?
Well done.
Oh yeah. Yes, Cam.
I didn't even understand the fucking question.
You know what I was going to say? I was going to say the Hard Rock Cafe. He models stuff for the Hard Rock Cafe. I was like, that's not German.
Oh man.
Joe, you win another week.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank
Of the
you.
quiz.
My
It
mate
ends
Cam.
7
Why did I just think? Oh yeah, what's he
Adidas,
sponsored?
yeah. No.
7
I was just
Me
like,
and Rob were looking at each other like, what?
what the fuck? They come in. Sometimes it hurts to be smart, man.
7-6-3 is what it ended this week.
Yeah.
Well done, Joe, for another win.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is the end of the quiz.
You
for
finished
this week.
last and sued on us.
Nah, he was
Just
part of
'cause
the
you
victory.
didn't win.
He was part of the victory.
That's part of the victory for Joe.
Should we do our wingers now? Just because I don't like me list and I want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, go on, because I've
Well,
not
what have we
even
got to talk
a
about still?
list.
What's still left on the
The
agenda?
list and then the Ballon d'Or.
And the predictions for.
And the
Yeah, we need to
predictions.
do predictions.
List
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or
d'Or predictions, yeah. So stick around for the predictions and the Ballon d'Or and the
Right.
list.
I've actually
We're
got
going 10 to
12.
1, yeah?
I've got 12.
Go 10.
So I've got 12. I'm going to say it anyway.
Right, go on then. You go first.
You want-
tell us your 12th and 11th since we've got a top
Okay, my number 12 is Nathan Teller.
10. Right.
Oh,
And my number 11 is Steffi Mavadidi.
Ooh.
Right, okay.
2 little nice shouts there.
Yeah.
Mavadidi's been excellent.
If
He's
I
very
forgot someone, by the way, I just want to clarify for all of us, don't cook us because we made this
I
final
did forget
choice,
Harvey
so.
Barnes, but I just couldn't be asked to put him back in. So
I haven't got an order, which is a bit of an issue.
I've got an order.
honestly, I'm on footwards,
Yeah.
looking at wingers right
fair
now.
enough.
Right, well, can I say my number 10 then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's,
go for
let's
it.
go.
Controversial.
Oh god, here we go.
Mason Greenwood.
No.
Oh,
You-
we're cancelled. We're
Cancelled.
so cancelled. For God's sake.
He
Cam.
said it now.
Not
He's gone and
on
said
the
it.
field, absolutely
He's gone and
fantastic.
Oh,
said it.
Cam.
On the field, he's probably better than 10th if you count his peak of a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the field, brilliant.
Anyway,
but because
anyway,
he,
Yeah,
because
let's
he,
move on, move on,
Move on
move
past
on,
Greenwood,
move
your
on,
number
move
nine.
I've
on,
actually,
move
I
on,
actually,
move on,
like I
move on.
said, for some
Go.
reason I can only think of 9 decent wingers, so I've nicked his Steffi Mavidi shout because I actually really like him. I can't lie, I have took
He
it.
said his name wrong there.
Mavidi, aye, that's him.
Mavidi.
I put him in
Mavidi.
10th because I have nabbed
No,
it.
do Cam's full list then, like, because that's easier to do because then we'll end up repeating.
Oh, just do my full
Yeah.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
go
your
on.
full
Okay, right. So in 9th, I got Harvey Barnes.
Right.
And then number 8, I don't know. I was torn between 8th and 7th. But for 8th, I've got Jared Bowen.
I like that.
In 7th, I've got Anthony Gordon. I was torn between them two, where to put them. Number 6, I've got Sterling.
Wow.
6?
Yeah.
Low.
Yeah, I've got quite. The thing is, I've classed 2 which can play on the wing, but anyway. 5th.
Yeah.
Right. Controversial, not because of off the pitch, but
God, there we go.
Jadon Sancho
Okay.
in 5th. Okay.
He hasn't made my top 10.
He barely made my top 15.
4th,
Very strange one.
I've got Marcus Rashford.
So the top
Fair
3.
enough.
3rd, this is what I mean, like they're playing different positions. 3rd, I've got Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
2nd, I've got Saka.
What? Who've you got?
1st, I've got Grealish.
Okay.
Grealish
Wow.
over Saka.
Grealish over
Oh.
Saka.
Okay.
Wow.
Not by massive amount, but just.
Oh,
What's
wow.
next?
Go on, Finn.
Me. Well, I'm gonna rattle names off. I'll go number 10. Oh,
Mason Greenwood.
number 10. You know what?
That's crazy. that
Number
thing.
10. I'm gonna go Jack Harrison. Why is there silence there?
Rob's changing his answers now.
I've got Jack
I knew I
Harrison.
forget a few people.
Jack Harrison. I've
I think he's
got
a
10.
baller as well. I just forgot he's
Uh,
English.
I'll go Harvey Barnes at 9.
We know Harvey Barnes.
I'll go Anthony Gordon at 8.
Too low.
I'll go Jared Bowen at 7.
Actually, just swap mine round.
I'll go. Who do I go? 6.
I must have missed somebody here, but
Maybe I haven't, you know. I missed Jack Harrison, but
yeah, I haven't got Jack Harrison, but
6. No, I'm just because I've got the 3 in my head. The top 3. I'll go Jadon Sancho 6. I'll go Marcus Rashford 5. I'll go Raheem Sterling 4. I'll go Foden 3. Grealish 2 and Bukayo Saka.
are
1.
we going off what can I just...
I reckon you go off your top 10 wingers who you'd play for England.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
the
mine's
list
bang
of
on then.
two-
Mine's bang on then.
So basically,
I'd
your
rather-
top 10
I'd-
ting-
No, no, 'cause, like,
wingers who are
Well, you
English.
didn't do that because Mason Greenwood's not going to play for England, is he?
Yeah,
Never.
If Southgate, no.
No.
Not,
he'll
if
never.
anyone's there, he's
Never.
not gonna play for England.
Okay, do you want to go next
Greenwood.
after that?
You can't, 'cause I feel like I'm going to get
Okay,
shouted at
10th
from
I've got Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
Nick, I did forget him, I admit. 9th I've got Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
8th I've got Jared Bowen. 7th I've got Cole Palmer. 6th I've got Anthony
Cole
Gordon.
Palmer.
5th I've got Phil Foden. 4th I've got Raheem Sterling. 3rd I've got Jack Grealish. 2nd I've got Rashford. 1st I've got Saka.
Rashford over Grealish.
Yeah, I think
Hey.
I've got Rashford above Grealish.
Really?
Uh,
I
my
played for
list-
what I'd start for England. I changed that round when
Yeah.
someone said what you'd play for England.
My list is in 10 I've got Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
In 9 I've got Jack Clark.
Yeah.
Genuinely, out of the people you've named, I would have Jack Clark over them. Is it England player?
Harvey Barnes?
I forgot Harvey Barnes, as I said before.
Yeah, he
Oh,
said
fair
that.
Can you not
I
just
like that.
Nick put Harvey Barnes in 9th
No,
and then
'cause
put Jack
No, because Jack Clark's Jack Clark.
But like over like Jack Harrison, because I think Clark's more direct and would cause more problems.
I mean, that's fair. I have watched Jack Clark play, and he is a
Yeah.
fantastic player.
Number 8, I've got Anthony
I'm not
Gordon. Number 7, I've got Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Number 6, I've got Jared Bowen. Number
Yeah.
5, I've got Raheem Sterling. Number 4 is Jack Grealish. 3,
Wow.
Marcus Rashford.
Oh,
2, Phil Foden. 1, Bukayo Saka.
I mean, at least every sane person in this room has got the correct number 1.
Like I said for mine. No, like
I
I.
think Bukayo's so far. I'm calling.
Nah, I think-
me and
You and Bukayo. You and Starboy.
Bukayo is. I do like
Like I said, it was quite close for me.
see,
for
my
number
front
1.
3 would be Grealish, Kane, Saka.
What is your thoughts on me having? Because I thought it was going to spark more controversy at the time. Me having Gordon and Palmer over Bowen. Is it ridiculously hated or? I know I've.
Jared
gone back
Bowen's
on
in the
his
top
words
10.
before.
Is Bowen in the
think
10? And you're
Bowen
10?
was 8th,
Yeah.
and then I've got Palmer
don't
7th,
think-
Gordon 6th.
I think
The only
Bowen's done
thing-
more
I think
to
Bowen's-
justify playing
Yeah,
for England
that is
than
the,
them.
that is
Yeah,
the only
Palmer.
thing. Is I say Bowen's
Gordon
proven
and
it
Palmer
more.
are better players to the eye
Yeah.
personally, and
Yeah.
I enjoy watching them more.
Maybe.
Obviously, Gordon. Maybe if Gordon was doing what he was doing in a different club, I admit there may be bias in there. I admit that there potentially could be. I admit that, but I'm going back on what I said about Cole Palmer a couple of weeks ago. I didn't realise how good the lad was.
But
honestly.
just to defend my Jack Clark joke, because I know you're some of your things.
Did you put Cole Palmer in your top 10?
Yeah, he was number
7, wasn't
He wasn't in yours,
yeah.
was he?
No, I forgot about him, to be fair.
But just to defend my Jack Clark shout, my logic is, would you rather someone like Jack Harrison play on the left for England or someone like Jack Clark?
I haven't watched enough Jack.
Jack Clark would like run at people and cause
Honestly,
issues.
yeah.
I don't think Harrison would. Harrison might be a better footballer maybe,
Yeah.
but Clark would cause more issues.
Clark,
Contract.
do you know what?
Harrison's
Clark
pretty
does
good
remind
on a high
me.
level.
Clark reminds me of when we were in the Championship and Grealish did play off.
Yeah.
He picked up the ball, he ran at defenders, he drew fouls.
Honestly, did anyone see
He
his assist on Saturday? Jack
No,
Clark.
I didn't know.
So good. He took on like 3 men and played this little
And he gets
slide
numbers.
pass to Dan Neil. Unbelievable. Dan Neil
That's
chipped the
something
I don't-
Grealish didn't get.
I don't
his
want
numbers.
to. The only thing is I just think there's 10 players who are a bit more at a high level, but I haven't. He's a Sunderland player, and I'm not even. He isn't like. I just haven't seen enough of him. If I had a top 15, maybe.
To be honest, I think it's a bit harsh on Sancho not having him even in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
put him in
because
my
of the
top
recency
10,
bias,
but-
though,
Yeah.
innit? I think
yeah,
it's just
we have
because
to base
he's
this
not
on
playing.
what we'd play for England.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd play them 10 for England over.
Yeah.
Over.
I mean, none of us have got Sancho, have we?
none of us have got.
No, I did. I had
Oh, you did?
He's
Sancho.
got him in like
Yeah.
4th.
I had Sancho in 5th.
Yeah,
But
fifth,
yeah, but I don't think Sancho.
I think I put
way,
Sancho as 6th.
Either way, what he's shown in the Premier League, I don't think Sancho's a better player than. I don't think he's a better player than. I guess that's cruel to say because what he did at Dortmund was ridiculous.
But I think he gets. I don't know. You know what Southgate's like for picking for England, so I think Sancho would still probably get in that squad. And
He's not getting in the squad.
Not at the minute,
Yeah,
but
he's
He's
not-
like quite literally not getting in the squad.
Yeah,
No,
he's
but-
actually not.
literally will not play for
I
England
dunno.
next year.
I think.
He needs to move, Sancho. He needs to go somewhere.
I like him enough personally. I think he's good depth.
But you know what Southgate's like for not playing players
Go
that
back
actually
up
play the
to
club.
Well,
I think there's one more thing to talk about before predictions.
I was literally just about to move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what happened in the week.
The most deserved
Messi.
Ballon d'Or of all time.
Oh god, here we go.
Oh,
Messi
shit.
won his 8th Ballon d'Or. Absolutely record breaking. But I would like to make the point: did Erling Haaland deserve it?
100%.
It's
Not-
not, that Haaland
not for
didn't-
me,
It's not
but-
that Haaland didn't deserve it. It's just the fact Messi deserved it more. It's not the fact that Haaland didn't do it.
I understand your point.
I
I
just
understand
I just
that
think-
like
I hear BS
Messi's a better footballer.
I think you don't need stats to decide who was the best player in the world in the last
I,
year.
I agree, but that's not particularly what the Ballon d'Or is. Like I made the point a few weeks back. Like if it was going on just who's the best footballer in the world, Ronaldo would never have won one because,
Yeah.
in my
Except for
opinion,
maybe 08.
yeah,
Might have won it in
before
08.
Messi. But because in my opinion, Messi's always been a better. But Ronaldo has had years where
has
he's been deservedly the
Yeah,
winner of the
Me-
Ballon
The way I
d'Or.
always see it is
Messi's
no,
always
what
been
I-
the best
what I-
technical player
Yeah.
in the
What
world.
I see is
Always.
always like a not a media written narrative, but it's in terms of with the Ballon d'Or, it gets given to the player who. I'm trying to word it. Like Messi was doing things that mad. The only person close to him was Ronaldo. Messi I think he won 3 Ballon d'Ors off the trot. So as soon as Ronaldo had a year where it was like on the same wavelength as him, everyone go, "Oh, Ronaldo's done this." But I think, obviously Ronaldo's never been better than Messi. It's just he's the only one who's been able to put up even half of what he's been able to do. Granted, Haaland's got a lot of goals this year, but if you watch Messi's game isn't goals. It just wasn't that.
The only thing I argue, and I do understand your point completely. Like Messi is a better footballer. Yeah, he is great on the
What
ball.
else?
And
Yeah.
he can do more. But my argument is, what could have Erling Haaland done more to deserve
I'll tell you
that?
what, I said something the other week and I was thinking about it in my head and I do kind of regret saying it where I said I don't think he'll ever deserve a Ballon d'Or. I do regret saying that because I said it meaning it, but I can't see when you look at all these Ballon d'Or winners in the past, especially in my lifetime, granted a lot of it's been Ronaldo and Messi, they've just been out of this world. Like they've all been hit with a wand. I feel like Haaland was more made in a lab. And it's like, he is brilliant.
Yeah, I think going back to your thing, what more could have Haaland done? Nothing. All that it is Messi. He couldn't have done more. Messi
But
just.
then for me, obviously your argument is Messi being a better footballer, and I know he won the World Cup, but I genuinely think Messi could have won nothing this year and still would have won that Ballon d'Or.
He wouldn't. If he didn't win the World Cup,
If
he's
he
not
didn't
winning
win the
that
World
Ballon
Cup, he
d'Or.
wouldn't have even been in the top 15.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Thing is,
If
though,
he
they've
didn't
won.
win the World Cup, he would have struggled to be in the top 30.
Yeah.
But
He
then-
would have been in the top 15.
He's
He had a
like
good season
next
for
year.
PSG.
He's not going to be in the top 15 because
Yeah, he's not going to be in.
because there's no
but that's
tournament
because he's
and
moved
he's
to America,
playing.
though, hasn't he?
No, Copa America's next year.
Copa America's next year, but by the
If he wins
time
the Copa America, he might get top 10 again.
that comes around, will that not be
if he
too
wins
late for the vote?
if he wins the Copa America, he's top 3. just because
It depends how good of a tournament.
If he has another player of the tournament.
If he has another player, but he's then over in the MLS.
But then again, if he wins the Copa America as player of the tournament, he wins the Ballon d'Or again.
Honestly,
no matter what Haaland does,
I would absolutely love it if he had 9.
Can I just ask one thing before I go back on the Ballon d'Or thing? We have enough time. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we're all right.
Who do you think will win next year's Ballon d'Or? Making the prediction now.
At the minute,
I don't know.
I saw the B come out of your...
Bellingham,
said this, if he wins the Euros with England...
But he physically can't continue this amount of goal scoring.
Even if he slightly drops off and then does what he...
At the minute, Bellingham...
The Euros and maybe Real Madrid win the league, I honestly believe it'll be... I think who's...
I mean Joe, by the way. I don't mean Joe. No, I genuinely... Yeah,
I do honestly believe he's one of the best players in the world.
I think he is.
I just wanted to,
or Harry Kane. If he wins the Euros
and
then does something with Bayern, they'll probably win the league anyway. But if he wins the Champions League, wins the Euros, England, and thingy, I think Harry Kane will win it.
Well, I don't know if we've ever done a Champions League predictions yet, but my team to win it.
We did it in the
Bayern Munich.
We did it in the first week. I'm pretty sure we said you said Bayern Munich.
If I had to put a bet on, I'd probably put Bayern Munich.
I've got money on City winning it again.
I'd have 3 teams who I think could do it. It would be City, Bayern, Real.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal could have a shout as well because Arsenal are a good team.
What about Newcastle?
But I don't think Newcastle will. But I think
You're not even going to make out of your group anymore.
City, Real Madrid, and Bayern. I think they're the 3 favourites.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Barca were going to have a good year, but they're just not as good as I thought.
They're just not quite good enough.
I thought they were going to make an improvement, but I was just incorrect. They're not a bad team, but
they're just not quite at that level.
They're not like, they're not quite. But either way,
talking about predictions, let's wrap this podcast up. Let's get some Premier League predictions in for our weekly tally.
I haven't even done them.
Starting off
with
the Saturday early kickoff because there's no Friday night, but there's a Monday night kickoff this weekend. Fulham Man United.
Is that the early kickoff?
It is, yes.
I'm going. It's at Fulham.
Yeah, at Craven Cottage.
1-0 Man U.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Man U.
So 1-0 Man U.
Camera.
Joe. You put 2-1 Man U for
2-1 Man U.
1-1.
1-1.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Uno.
Uno.
What do I think? Away at Craven Cottage, Man United are poor at the moment. Fulham aren't the greatest either. I'm going to go 1-1.
Yes, I'm not a little.
So what?
Actually,
2-1-1,
I'll go
2-1 and 1-0.
You had to be different, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sorry, before we go on, the rest of the predictions, did Villa get knocked out of the cup?
Carabao, yeah.
Yeah,
by Everton.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Just do predictions at the very end of Newcastle Man United tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Brentford West Ham, the first of the 3. The first.
I want to be the first. I want to be the first. Yeah, I want to be the first. Yeah, and I want to see a strong 2-0 win to West Ham.
To West Ham.
To West Ham.
I'm gonna go with a 3-0 win to Brentford.
Wow.
So 2-0 West Ham for
Cam.
I'm going to go 1-1.
You've gone 3-0 Brentford.
3-0 Brentford.
You really don't like West Ham, do you?
I just think they're going to drop like a stone. Start 2 really well.
Mention that again.
1-1.
See, I think they've got to have a bounce back from Everton. They lost to Everton, so I think they've got to try and...
It's a hard game to call because I don't see West... Like, the reason I'm going to drop, I don't see West Ham winning away, but I don't see Brentford losing at home. So I'm just, by natural selection, it's either a Brentford win or draw, but I just think West Ham a bit too much for them.
I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Brentford? I don't know. Maybe I've been a bit too...
I can see Brentford edging it.
I tell you what, if that's a 3-0...
If that's right, you get 5 points. If they get 3-0 right,
Whoa. You didn't make it up. You didn't make the scoring system up.
Next.
What's the next game?
Man City Bournemouth at the Etihad.
12-0.
No, I think a 3-0.
2-1 Bournemouth. I'm joking.
I'm going to go 4-0.
I'm going to go 3.
I'm just going to go a solid 2-0.
I'm going to go 6.
6.
Oh, hey.
I'm just thinking
you might get that right, you know?
Nah, City are good defensively this year. They won't score.
Right. Big game. It's at Bramall Lane. It's Sheffield United versus Wolves.
Ooh. Wolves 4-0. Nah, Wolves 2-0. Wolves are going to batter them, like, badly. Wolves are going to do damage to them. Like, I think Sheffield United might walk off the pitch after 60 minutes. Even though it'll only be 2-0 by then, they're just going to get thumped.
2-0 for Rob to Wolves.
They can't lose every game.
I'm going to go 1-1.
You said that about Bournemouth.
What did you say?
They can't lose every game.
I've gone 1-1.
1-1. I'm going to go...
Wolves are going to torture them.
I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay.
I was so close to saying 3-2 Wolves there, but 1-2.
Wolves are gonna.
Cam?
I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves.
Wolves are gonna spank them. I was honestly tempted to go in 6 or 7 for Wolves. I think it's gonna be an absolute.
Why do you think they're going to win 6 or 7?
I just think Wolves are gonna run over them.
Why?
But I've gone 2-0. So
Yeah, I know, but like, what was you thinking?
Sheffield United is so bad.
Yeah, but City only beat them 2-1. Tottenham only beat them 2-1.
That's true. We beat them 8-0, and Wolves are
Yeah.
better than us. So by logic of the universe, we beat City. Remember?
Right.
9-0 Wolves.
9-0.
It's at Turf Moor. It's Burnley versus Crystal Palace.
Is that the 5:30?
No,
No, it's 3 o'clock still.
Thank
Stinker.
God
Where
for
the
that.
5:30.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're Arsenal, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like Burnley Crystal Palace.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Crystal
I'm
Palace.
thinking too much about it, but I keep on thinking they can't lose again.
I'm gonna go.
Are you saying that about every
Do
team?
you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm actually think Burnley are gonna get a point. I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
I think Burnley are gonna get a
I
point.
think it's going to be a boring 0-0.
And I think Vinny might get
thinking-
sacked.
I think it's a boring 0-0. Got
You
written
think
all over
he's
it.
gonna get
I
sacked?
think he might get sacked.
Wow.
Who?
Vinny.
And
Do you
then
reckon?
0-0 for-
Wow.
Oh sure, Vinny.
I don't know whether it will be correct or not, but I think he might.
I think 1-1. Personally, in my personal still opinion.
Another big game. Another 3 o'clock though. It's Everton Brighton.
I like when there's a lot of 3 o'clockers.
I do because they're always so fun for bets. Like
Yeah.
bet builders.
And
Are
matches,
so
I
fun.
like watching matches.
You put bet builders on. You have Gillette Saturday in the background, then you know you've got a stacked highlight reel on the
Everton
night.
Brighton. I've gone 2-2.
2-2 Desmond.
Everton Brighton
It's at Goodison Park.
3-1 Everton. Oh no, Everton aren't that good at home. I'm gonna go 1-1. If it was away, I would have said 3-1. I swear Everton played Brighton not long ago, and they battered them.
That was last
I don't know.
season.
Yeah.
Was that last
They won
season?
5-0.
Cam, Joe.
That's ridiculous.
I'm going to go with,
Are you laughing at?
1-1. 1-1.
3 draws at the
Fucking
moment.
hell.
Cam, are you gonna?
What?
I am
Because
gonna.
what you said, someone
You
said 2-2, and I said Desmond.
Desmond.
Are you gonna go for? Are you gonna go for another draw, Cam, or are you gonna upset the? Are you gonna go for a win for either side?
I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Brighton.
Wow.
Shady.
I think it'll be a last few minutes. Like
Actually, you know what? Can I change mine?
Go on.
I'm going to go 3-1 Brighton.
Wow.
I've changed massively. I just think they might do it.
I think like 87th minute is gonna be the last goal.
Thinking about what they did to them last year, they like hit them on the break a few times and
Right.
hurt them.
Here we go.
5:30 kickoff. At
Yes!
St James's Park.
The barcodes.
Newcastle versus Arsenal.
Should have got a voice note from my Luke to put on there.
Yes.
Arsenal, Newcastle.
I'm
I
gonna
will be-
go 3-1
I
Arsenal.
will be going to the game, and I can see this being a 2-1 Arsenal.
Wow, he's gone against his
I have
team.
a 2-1 Arsenal. I
You have to hear me out. I'm just going to say this quickly. I do not think we will win this game, but because I have to think we will win this game and I have to envision it in reality, I'm going to go 1-0 Newcastle. But I do actually, my honest prediction is 3-1 Arsenal, but I'm going 1-0.
Joe.
I don't think we'll beat them.
I think he's my draw, but I'm going to say
4-4.
You
So
said
instead-
in the last
4-4.
So instead, I'm
podcast.
going to go 7-0 Arsenal.
You said in the last podcast that when you put Newcastle to draw, you actually think they're gonna win.
No, you might actually think they're going to draw.
4-4.
but no, I actually think this is a hard one to call because you're good at home and Arsenal just
Yeah, but
good.
we've got a lot. The reason why
We've
I've
got-
put
the
Arsenal to win is because we have a lot
Man
of
United
like
tonight.
some
I've got to
crucial
you got to take that
injuries.
into consideration.
They Arsenal also have a game tonight,
2-0
by the way, but they have depth.
2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
I do actually believe Arsenal will win, but
I
I'm
think
putting
so.
1-0 Newcastle.
I wouldn't be surprised if you beat them,
Really?
but I don't think you will.
Arsenal
just
have
get-
always seemed to be our bogey team.
Watch
We
me
never
get
seem to
all the
perform.
results, like all the results right, apart from that one. Like I get every team winning, and that one messes us up. What's
Well,
next?
a game that ended 5-5 when we faced them in the Championship. It's Forest versus Villa.
This will not be 5-5.
Forest.
This might be 5-0.
I'm gonna
Nah.
go 2-1 Villa.
Villa, how good? What's
I'm
Villa
gonna go
like away
3
from home? Like just not as good at
3-0
home.
Villa.
It's on and off, bit inconsistent.
I'm gonna go. I could see it being a draw. Don't know why. So I'm gonna go 2-0 Villa.
What? What?
What did he say?
Joe?
I'm going to go with 3-1 Aston Villa. 1-3.
I can't actually see it being a draw, but
I'll go
I'll back
3-0 Villa.
because I get score predictions
Wow.
right. So if I'm backing
What
your
do you
team,
go, Finn?
Put 2-1.
2-1.
who's Sunderland got the weekend?
Swansea.
Yes, will bat
Swansea.
them. Home or away?
Might not away.
Yes, will beat
They've
them
just
about.
beat Blackburn.
Beat them about 2-0, 3-0.
Luton host Liverpool at Kenilworth Road.
Liverpool 4-0.
Right, could you not see Luton just beating them 1-0?
It'll be funny. It'll be very funny.
Like, you can't tell me you could just see like an 87th minute Adebayo bullet header
But what I can see
to raise above Van Dijk.
is Liverpool 3-0. That's what I'm
Liverpool
going.
3-0.
I think the pitch is very small at Kenilworth Road, so I'm going to say, I think it might be tight, so I'm going to go with 4-0 Liverpool.
Wow. Rob, you just...
Contradict yourself.
Yeah.
What did you go, Cam?
4-0
That's all I've got to say.
Liverpool.
4-0 as well.
Get your own answers.
So you three
I
have
said
all gone
4-0 before you. I said I was the first one to answer.
Sorry.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
I was tempted to
How
go
many games?
2, but I
And
thought they'd
the
get one more.
last
Monday night, last
game
one, which is
of the...
a massive
There's
one.
only one Sunday game.
Yeah.
No, there's
no,
two.
2 Sunday games. So it's Forest Villa,
Oh,
2
yeah,
o'clock.
Forest.
Luton, Liverpool, 4:30, and then it's Monday Night Football. Tottenham versus Chelsea.
Tottenham 3-1.
This is a ridiculously hard call. I don't see Chelsea winning, but I'm
actually, no.
50-50 between a draw. No, I'm like
No.
33
3-2
33
Tottenham.
33.
Wow.
3-2 Tottenham. I think it'll be a class game.
I can either see Tottenham battering them, Tottenham edging it, or a draw. Like, it just depends how Chelsea set up.
I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs.
I think the safest option is 2-1 Spurs. I think that's just a safe option to go for because I'm really clueless. I could see it going either way. Chelsea seem to perform against top teams.
Chelsea were good
Joe,
against
finish-
Arsenal, so I'm gonna
finish
go.
off.
I'm gonna go with 2-2.
I could see it
2-2.
being that as well. I could also see it being 1-0 Tottenham.
But I
Or
did
could also see it being
complete.
5-0
I
Tottenham.
did
It could be
complete
anything.
showdown Kulusevski, so maybe I want Tottenham.
Depends on how many goals are scored.
It does. Depends on like how they play,
Exactly.
who scores them.
Who scores them? What
Depends
team?
if they turn up.
Well, the
Should start calling this the
predictions
Make
are
Up
in.
One.
I think
They
one
are
more
locked in.
prediction. I think is the only game tonight.
Yeah, just a quick
Uh,
prediction.
for-
Carabao Cup tonight.
For the
Manchester
genuinely,
United
I
versus
want to
Newcastle.
know. I guess you're a bit biased. You're not really that biased. What's your genuine thoughts on if we, like? Do you think it's a positive? Like, obviously, it's a positive if we beat them,
I'm
but
gonna think that United win because they're gonna bounce
Get in.
back.
Yeah.
Manchester United.
the proper United.
Manchester United win.
How can you even say that when you've got a flipping tune top on?
He's talking about Newcastle.
Oh, I thought you were on about Man United. Sorry,
my
sorry.
God.
I thought you were on about United. Man,
No,
like
I
Man United.
I think Manchester United will win
Sorry.
because you look exhausted, and I just think they'll use it to bounce back.
Do you think
And
Paul Dummett might be able to pocket Marcus Rashford?
Probably, but not.
Yeah, I'm
not for 90
of
minutes.
pretty much the exact same opinion as Finn. I think Man U need to win this game. I think
Yeah.
because
We
they need it. It's at home.
We're more
and they need to
one,
win.
and they always turn up in the cups. Though I'm gonna like a score prediction from me, just because I always bet Newcastle win, but I do think we're gonna get slightly beat. But I'm gonna predict us to win. I'm gonna go 1-1, and we beat them on penalties.
Fair enough.
Beat them on pens,
Oh.
and we fluke it on pens,
Cam?
and we don't deserve the draw either.
I just fancy Man U tonight. I think.
I really want to win.
I hope so.
I do.
If you believe.
I mean, he's in the quarters if you win.
If my team, if the way I'm thinking Newcastle are set up, right? If I'm thinking that, okay, I think it's going to be 2-1 Newcastle.
Wow.
I think
You're
2-1.
backing yourself.
I think.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I think with the front three, I'm thinking of. With the front three, I'm thinking of. If like, see, it depends. But I think the front three I'm thinking of, I think it'll just be a bit too much. Too much. No, I've extended it.
Well, but it's
Right.
fine because I think it's the perfect time.
Well, yeah, I think we've talked and talked. We've got all of our we've talked all of the topics, and we're just ready to wrap up. But
I hope that slam
But not for long.
we have an announcement to make. We have a new series on YouTube coming out at the end of this podcast. So if you're listening to this podcast as it come out, right as this podcast ends, the Pro Clubs video will be up on our YouTube channel. So go subscribe. We are starting a new Pro Club series just for a bit of fun. And yeah.
I will send a tenner to whoever the first person who comments outside of you three. I will send £10. Honestly, on Han Bishmallah, I will send £10.
Why would you say that?
What? What's that?
Bishmallah.
Oh, God.
Does that not mean like on God?
I don't know what it means.
It means
Anyway,
on God.
anyway,
It means
Rob's
on
going to
God.
send a
Anyway.
tenner to the
To the first person who
that
comments, you're doing great.
You're doing great.
The first person to comment that,
You don't have to do it.
you don't have to do it.
You don't
You
do
can
it.
comment either. You don't have to do it, or you're doing great.
Oh, you're doing great. First person that I will honestly
Yeah.
send a £10 to.
You have
And
to do
if
it.
someone comments
I'm gonna make a fake
with
account.
the name of, if someone comments with the name of the show it's from as well, Rob will give you an extra tenner.
I didn't agree to that.
Right, and we'll see. We'll see you next week. Make sure you
Goodbye.
follow all the socials. Get on YouTube. and follow all of us.
Will this also be on
well.
YouTube as well? Yeah, the
YouTube,
podcast.
YouTube, Spotify, and the
Sick.
pro clubs will also be up as well.
Goodbye.